Well, hello, hello, and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today we are on Sunday stitching. Now, as you can see, since I was here last, I've been round. I've finished all of the blue flowers through the middle. I've added lace here, Suffolk puffs in a few places. I've added my bling. I've added doilies, and I've made it quite personal because I've got little messages. I've got one here, and one here that directly relate to my family. And this particular doily here came off of a tablecloth that my mum bought me for my 30th birthday. And I'm a lot older than 30 now, so there you go. So it's all sewn down. The areas that don't have the sashiko pattern stitching through the middle have been sewn down with invisible stitch. So it's all one and it's not coming apart. Now, my original plan, as you may remember, was to cut pieces out of this and sew a bag in the normal way. And then I was a little bit like, I don't think I can bring myself to cut it because I actually love it. So then I thought, well, if I folded it in half like this, that width, which is, well, 12, whoops, it's about 18 inches, would be a wide enough opening along here so I could sew up the sides, and then I could put a long corded drawstring through this side and through that side, and then when you pulled up, the weight would gather it all in like that and it would be this bag. Now I'm not so sure. Goodness me. Now I am thinking that there is one side that doesn't have a family message on it. It's this side here. So I'm thinking that I might actually cut off a strip. I'm thinking, let me see, there's 3 inches. I am thinking I might cut, oh, it's going to cut through that doily. I didn't think this through very well, did I? But then, you know, that's just me. Because I'm thinking if I cut a 3-inch strip down here, then that will give me, bearing in mind this will then fold in half. This will be 3 inches shorter, so it'll be 15 inches. So, sorry, I know it's not all on screen. I know it's a little bit. So, actually, I think maybe it needs to be wider. I wonder if we could go to 6, and that would miss that doily. And that would make a nice size bag. And because I folded it in half, that would give me the 2 side gussets. If that makes sense. But 6 is going to be much too big, Claire. Right, let's have a look. What happens if... See, it's this doily, isn't it? And that doily is on 6. And I didn't really want the bling. I'm dithering around, I am sorry, but I wanted to bring you along for the ride and basically see my dilemma. I suppose I could put this one. It just made sense to cut the side off that didn't have any wording on it. But then there's 3 inches. I'm looking at what I'm going to be cutting. That's the thing. Right, I think we're going 4 inches, and I'm going to cut that strip off, and that is going to be my side gussets. So I'm going for it. I've got a pen. I'm at the top here. I'm using my T-square to try and get a straight line. So there's 4 inches. There's 4 inches. There, whoops, there is 4 inches. And there. I know there's some of you are going to be screaming, going, no, don't cut it, don't cut it. But do you know what? I sewed it all together in the first place. I'm sure, you know, we can do any repairs we need to do to make it work. There we go, 4 inches. So if I bring this down now and I line this up there, I do obviously appreciate I'm going to be cutting through my stitch work, and that's going to give me loose threads, but I've got to join the front, the back via these side gussets. So, you know, I'm going to re-stitch those broken, where is it? There. I'm going to re-stitch those broken stitches anyway, so I think it'll be fine. I don't think I have a lot of choice, really. Unless I'm going to go with the second line. See, I can't even cut it straight. Oh my goodness. Right, let me just double check this bottom bit, because we are about to you know, make a real commitment here. And this is only friction pen, so if I have an ultimate panic in a minute, oh, I don't know. Look, it's only bits of fabric, Claire. You can easily do it again if need be. Is that quite the right philosophy? I don't think it is it? Right, well, I've got my scissors out. I've put the ruler away. Let's see. Oh. Right, now that's 4 inches, isn't it? Which means I'm going to lose 2 inches off of the height because of the gusset bottom. Do I want to do that? That's quite a lot to lose. That means it's going to be a shallow bag and just sit that high. Do you know what? I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm going to go back to my original plan and do the drawstring. I'm just really not wanting to cut it. Anyway, look, let's put that up there, and let's, to use my nan's words, when in doubt, do now. So I'm going to put it over there. Now I've got this pillowcase, and this is what I was going to use for my lining. I think it will work well. Now it has got this frill on, and it is, so you've not seen no stitching, have you? It is basically the same width. So I am wondering if, you see, it comes, seam to seam that side and just under that side. So no, what I'm going to do, because it's not a standard pillowcase, it's like one of these, you know, parcel ones. I'm gonna, I need to open it up. Where's my scissors gone? I thought I brought scissors with me. Obviously not. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Well, let's have a little look here at these. Sorry, it's a bit dithery today, isn't it? But we will get there. Right. There we go. There's probably feathers going to fall out of here in a minute. Okay, that's that side. Now on this side, I'm going to pull this out again. So snip these. Can I? Not yet. Right, so far this has been a really boring video for you, hasn't it? I think what I'll do is I'll switch off the camera. I'll get this unpicked without slicing my finger off. And I'll come back and you can see where I've got to. How does that sound? So I'll see you in a sec, guys. Okay guys, I'm back. I've made the decision I'm going to stick to my original plan of doing the drawstring. So I've managed to separate this pillowcase now, and yes, loads and loads of feathers came out. These are the extra pieces. So what I'm going to do is I've put it down face, right sides, you know, face to face, right sides together, and I'm going to pin it all in place. So probably can't see what I'm doing at the moment because it's quite big to get on camera, and I'm just putting some pins in, and I'm trying to feel that I'm below that seam line. That's what I want. I want to be below that seam. And I mean, I did that line in Friction pen, well, heat erasable pens, so I'll just iron that off. It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew, as I say, face to face this side across the top there, and then when I turn it over, I'm going to leave the channel for my drawstring. I think that's what I'm going to do, like that. So then it will come over like that, so we'll have a little bit of the, what's it called, inside, the inside lining on the outside. And then obviously when I get to the bottom, because I've made sure that it is long enough, I believe. And then when I get to the bottom, oh yeah, that'll work. So we carry on pinning this, and then we can do some stitching. Sorry, it's not been a lot of stitching going on, has there? It's been loads of talking and thinking. Yeah, I'm going to do it all the way down, and then I'll leave a gap on the other side where I can turn it inside out. That's my plan anyway. And I would, I think, for strength, have liked to have put this through my sewing machine, but the repairman still hasn't been. It's not his fault. He wasn't due yet. It's not that he's not turned up or anything. So I haven't really got a sewing machine at the moment. So I'm going to have to do it by hand. But I don't think that's any bad thing, to be honest. I've hand stitched all of the rest of it, haven't I? So what difference will it make? Do you know what? I'm going to do the other side, because where it really could have done with an iron, these creases are using up valuable fabric space, if that makes any sense. See, look, it's actually quite a bit wider than you think. So I'm going to leave that pink bit as my turning space, and then I'm going to put that there. And now I need to pull this off, don't I? There we go. That's got rid of that bit. We'll just so basically what we've got now is another giant pillowcase. Oh dear. We took a serviette and made it pretty. We took a pillowcase apart and sewed it to the pretty serviette to make another pillowcase. Crazy, this stuff we do. Okay. Now, because this is my opening here to turn it all inside out, I'm going to start stitching here, and I'm basically going to do a back stitch all the way around in white cotton with a small needle to make sure it's nice and strong. So it's really quite boring, this bit, really, I think, isn't it? I need to think about handles. Oh no, I don't, because I'm doing a drawstring. That's fine. Oh goodness me, see, for a minute there I'd gone back to the gusset bag that needed handles. Oh, we're not going to do anything, don't thread the needle, Claire. So sorry about that. We spent the first chunk of the video faffing around with decisions and the like, didn't we? I suppose I should have thought it through properly before I turn the camera on. I don't know. I was going to do one thing, and then because see, now I've got a knot. It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong over there, Charlie. Charlie, it's all going wrong. Yeah, I was going to do one thing, and then because of the way it turned out, and I absolutely adored it, I thought I didn't have the heart to cut it up. And then I was, well, that's what you intended to do, you really should do it. And well, it just didn't really happen, did it? Because no, I told myself it was a bad decision. So there we go. I'm just gonna do this back stitch all the way round, and it's 100% guaranteed not to be straight, but I can't help thinking that's part of the lovely quirkiness of it. So, and of course I've got no idea at the moment what I'm stitching through. Be a bit of a surprise when we get round to the other side, won't it? And I'm, as much as I'm doing a back stitch, I'm trying to go halfway into the previous stitch, just so that we've got like a double line of stitching, so that it's that bit stronger. That's my plan anyway. So, how are you? What have you been up to? Are you doing a bag? How's it going? Have you had any the same dramas I've had? Keep changing your mind. I know Christine over at Create and Craft with Christine, she's on her second project. That girl, you know, she motors, she don't waste time. And then that's probably because she doesn't keep changing her mind about what she's going to do. Let that be a lesson to you, Claire. Of course, if I'd have put this on the sewing machine, it would be done by now, wouldn't it? Anyway. So, I've got no real stories to tell you. My youngest daughter and her family are back from their holiday. They had a fabulous time. And that's about all I have to tell you. I haven't been on holiday. I don't particularly like holidays, to be honest. I don't sleep very well unless I'm in my own bed. So it's just, you know. But what I can tell you is I did take this to the lovely Denise, my friend Denise, when I went and saw her yesterday. Now, I say yesterday, as always I'm filming ahead. It's not Sunday, it's Thursday. So when I saw her yesterday, it was Wednesday. And I was showing her the piece and saying how pleased I was and how it had sort of given me the oomph to pick up the scrappy quilt again. I think I said that to you guys, and actually get it quilted on the back by using that same Sashiko template. And she produced a giant hoop and said, there you go, that'll help, because it's, you know, quite big hoop. I've only got small ones. So I've got that on. I did warn her it was going to be very long-term loan. It wasn't going to happen overnight. She said she's not bothered. So there you go. I've got no excuse now, really, have I? Because I've got the Sashiko stencil. I've done it on a relatively small scale and proved that it works. So now I've just got to pull my finger out and get on with it. So if we can get this bag done next week, then the week after, which will be the last week of March, I think, I can look at getting that done. So yeah, that could be quite exciting because it has been sitting folded behind me for, well, quite some time, hasn't it? It's about time that I got it done, and I've told myself I'm not allowed to buy any supplies for a new project or start a new project until I've at least done that quilt. So I can obviously use all the threads that I've got and the fabrics that I've got here, and I can continue with my flower book and the stuff that I'm doing with Anne Brooke. But I'm not allowed to start anything new because it's ridiculous. The mounting of half done stuff behind me is just squashing me further and further into the corner of my space. So I did notice actually, Recrafted with Carol, she's working on unfinished projects. See, us crafters are all the same. We're always eager to get on with the next thing, and often that includes not even finishing what we're working on before we're running off. Oh, we're running off to join a new project. Right, now watching me sit here and do backstitch and gabber rubbish is not very interesting for you guys, is it? So I'm going to put you on pause again. I'm going to get this stitched and then I'll call you back. Children gone out to play at school. I'll call you back to turn it inside out and look at how we're potentially going to put the drawstrings through. How does that sound? And that's perfect timing because we've just come to the end of that thread, so I need to redo my needle anyway. Okay, so I'll see you in a little while. Okay, so I'm back. I've got it stitched all the way round, so now we're just gonna poke it in the right way, get our corner, come all the way down, grab our other corner, poke that. A bit like putting a duvet on the bed, isn't it, really? Grab our other corner, and then the last one is this one here, that blue line that I need to take out. Okay, so there you go, we've got this big, whoops, it's like a giant cushion cover, isn't it? Oh, see, so many things. Okay, there we go. So we do need to stitch this one over, so that will be a top stitch coming along there. Oh, just need to get that tucked under a little bit. So pin in here, get that just tucked down a little bit, pin, and then I don't mind that bit sticking up. And then a pin there. Okay, so there we go. That's now our lining. This is Oh, I didn't realise. Now look at that. There's a piece there that hasn't got decoration on. Okay. Now, I've got this ruffle that was all the way around the pillowcase. Oh, well, that's going to solve that problem, isn't it? Because what I thought I would do is I would apply this. I need to poke that corner out a bit better. I will apply this. It's so well creased. And as I apply this, I'm going to stitch the seam on the outside. So, I obviously won't bore you with that. That will be my homework, as it were, for the week. I'm just thinking, I've got so much of this. Can we utilise this? Oh, it's ripped there. Can we utilise this as part of the handle? Right, so dum 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 dum. And then the edge somehow, the end of the edge there, that does give us an awful lot of handle. Let me just see if that will do what I want it to do. So it's going to go once that way. Will it go back the other way? Yes, it will. So this is going to be a frill and the handle. So there you go, guys. We've now got our lining and our outside. I need to obviously iron off this line. Yeah, I think I'm gonna love it. I just need to decide whether I'm gonna stitch a channel to put this through, or whether I'm gonna somehow add something to the top. So I'll have a think about that, make some plans, get that top stitching done, so that's good to go, and I'll see you next week. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found some joy and inspiration. You wasn't totally bored by all that stitching and thinking, and I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.